Always looking forward to reading this manga, almost more than any other when it comes released. It's just unfortunate that it has to be during the week when you sleep so very badly. Yes, this is me, the angry anime fan, and yes, I suffer a little bit from being very tired. You know me, I'm the type of guy who will rant about how I feel for the week, because that's how I feel. Hopefully, this very trouble sleeping is not gonna be permanent, but hey, who knows and who cares? So that's not what we are here to rant about. We are here to talk about Eden Zero chapter 28. And no, that is not a rant about the chapter. It's great. Although I still worry, where are we heading to now? Because this chapter certainly shine in the stars, revealing two things. Shutting down one theory and confirmed another. Although I'm not really sure if I were one of those who believed the first theory. But either way, first off, we see a cover page, this time with Sister having joined the crew. We now see a color page of her, and it's revealed she has silver white hair, as well as she tends to do this. You know, I find that picture to be very fitting her, seeing that, as I said before, her personality is not of a sister. She dresses like a sister, but the fact that the color page show her do this just further confirms us that she has a rocker type personality, a ladette, so to speak. Either way, the gang has managed to escape guilds as the chronophage devour the time and then disappears to paths unknown. We still don't know what it is doing, but unfortunately not all civilians manage to survive guilds. The witch and sister greet each other, although in a pretty weird way, but they do greet each other, while Happy runs happily, that was a pun, into Rebecca's arms. She is thankful for everyone to have come to save her. However, it does reveal that the humiliation of having been tortured, being stripped naked, and as well as Guiliga has created some psychological scars on Rebecca. In a way, that is actually true because, well, you know, everyone gets psychological scars when they have gone through trauma. It's just not Hiromashima's style to always show that every single time. So the thing is that people are gonna complain about now is this permanent or is this just one time thing? Well, I think that as long as Rebecca have her friends here, I think she can overcome her problems. Because the comedy scene is the fact that Shiki also cries in a comedic thing saying like, yeah, I was afraid of losing my friends. So, well, who knows? And Witch and Sister does confirm that Siggy was the one who found Shiki and called off his quest to find Mother. It's worth noting though that the sister calls the Demon King only Siggy, not Master Siggy. I guess that fits with her personality, not being so respectful as the witch. Either way, the gang assembles in a conference room, and Shiki has switched back to his regular gear. It's too bad though that Rebecca's previous gear was melted off. The color page seems to imply that she's now gonna wear that getup she stole from Illegal from now on. Either way, now with Sister having also healed Happy, the gang are now gonna go after the Valkyria and the Hermit next, but they don't know the whereabouts of them. However, they do know that there's a connection to the Valkyrie here, because yes, we are finally got into the Humura storyline, who does confirm it all. We have been, a lot of people did say maybe she's lying. It could very well be that she's lying, but for now, let's buy this story, okay? And that is the fact that Homura is connected to the Valkyria after all. The evidence were very strong, and indeed now it is confirmed, because the Valkyria is her master, and Homura is wielding her ether gear, or as witch say, her sword. It's in a way that makes me pleasant because I'm buying the fear that Homura is good now. So, but what I mean is, does that mean that all of the other androids also have ether gears? Sorry. I thought their power came from, well, their powers, not from ether gears. But it does seem to support that it's ether gears after all. So somehow the Valkyria have been racing Homera, but she disappeared a long time ago for reasons unknown. So she joined Eden Zero to find the crew, but also she wanted to fight Shiki, but not from hatred. Although it's worth noting that when she says that, she has a very serious face of it all. Something when it says that a demon king that not even my master could defeat. As a knight, I wanted to fight that person. The way she has her face that way seems to suggest something. However, Shiki says that he doesn't want to fight her, not as a friend. I mean, it's okay if he can spar with her, but not to fight with hatred. Which Homura says that this isn't. She didn't want to have a competition of hatred or anger or anything like that. Merely a friendly sparring. I would actually also like to see that. A training zone where they spar against each other. But she also wants to find her master, so she begs to stay on the ship so they can find Valkyria. Shiki does that indeed, as they then turn to Wise, who wonders what they're gonna do next. As they all say that Wise is much kinder than he appears, he actually blushes a little bit. Wise is the chill kind of character. He's pretty shallow, and many times I think he is a kind of a douche. But maybe deep down, Wise knows what is right and what is wrong. So, and a lot of the people do say that he has done a lot of good things. So Shiki finally extends his hand to be friends. And even though he blushes, he does say, well, I don't have anything else to go, so we can be friends for now. So yeah, I guess that is confirmation of it all. But the chapter, however, then takes a very strange turn. And let me tell you one thing, I did not see this one coming. In a way, actually, I was actually pretty pissed off when I saw this, because then I said, wait, are you serious? But I guess it makes sense. Moscow appears, and it's revealed that the Moscow is really the real Sister Ivory's underling or companion or whatever. Her servant. And apparently someone who has been doing the chores inside of Eden Zero for a time ago. So what does that mean? He's a chef or something like that? And that is pretty strange. It's even stranger that he continues saying, don't push, but he always pushes that. So yeah, I mean, Moscow for me, he is not a drawing-in character. I don't like him so far, but it's worth noting that he was taken out pretty quickly by Wise. So yeah, I mean, we didn't really see anything of his personality. So I guess this makes sense, pulling this thing in it. But he's always saying his name, Moscow, every single time, like a Pokemon. So the thing is, what is his duty on Eden Zero? Well, whatever, what is ever. But we're finally switching back to the Justice Gang. There was some talk about that. Are we gonna see the Justice Gang? And indeed we do. And apparently they have been watching over Gills and and recorded that it was 1020 years devoured. However, this seems to shut down a theory I had. I actually wondered a time ago that is chronophage really a creature of instinct, or is it possible that the justice system is using it? However, given the dialogue they have here, it seems to suggest that no, they are not using the chronophage. The chronophage really is a creature of instinct. Still though, I'm wondering why. Where does a creature like that even come from? Because they seem to calculate how many numbers of death it is. And the guy who I forget his name of says that it's no one losing a tear over them. It's pretty strange that Justice, the Jalal clone, is the one who's saying, still life is alive. So then suddenly a new character appears who says that Gills was a prison without iron bars. But during that incident, that man was released into space. According to Justice, this is Colonel Jaguar. A pretty strange name given to the fact that 3 of the justice government system have all had all justice-like pun names. This one is called Colonel Jaguar. However, this guy says that is the dangerous person is out loose on the in the Sakura cosmos. So, and this is the guy who turned guilds into a rogue planet, one of the 6 galactic warlords, Draken Joe, Alchemist of Darkness. And I'm pretty sure we have just seen our next target for an antagonist. In fact, worth noting here, it says the 6 galactic warlords. That rings a bell to a Russian says. Also, warlords. Are we to assume that maybe the Demon Lord Siggy was also a galactic overlord? Because it's worth noting that this Drakenjo is called the Alchemist of Darkness. Well, either way, I'm pretty sure this is the next antagonist for the next arc. Although I'm not really sure where the next arc is heading, but I think we are gonna dive into the justice system a little bit. Either way, Eden Zero crew has become stronger. I'm buying so far that Homura is a good person. I find her pretty adorable. Yes, her stoic face is pretty difficult to read, but it seems to confirm that all the crew of the former Eden Zero recognized the Valkyrie sword, and she said she was her student, so... And they didn't even question that. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. Wise is maybe finally going a little bit twisted. The only downside on all of this is, where are the beekeepers? I mean, they should have escaped, right? I'm not to sound like a whiner or anything. Well, who am I kidding? I am meant to be a whiner, but what I'm trying to say is, if the beekeepers survive, why can't they just help Rebecca? I mean, if you think about it, they owe her. It's thanks to her that they were all free, in a way. So, shouldn't they help her channel grow? I would really like if we get into a part of that storyline. But it seems we're not, at least not yet. So yeah, Draken Joe and Colonel Jaguar, new characters. And next chapter is called Iron Hill. Eden Zero is really moving fast. I can't hard to believe that we have gone through so much into just 28 chapters. Granted, we haven't gone through that much, but it feels like it. Next up, they're gonna find the Valkyria. Are we gonna bet that Draken Joe knows where the Valkyria is? Well, as I said before, Eden Zero seems to be moving pretty fast, but now we've been foreshadowing 6 galactic warlords. I'm pretty sure they are gonna be enemies. That's basically the chapter. Sister has white hair, huh? But you can give me your thoughts if you have any.